Afternoon once again for Toastmasters and distinguished guests, and welcome to Ramadan Bootcamp from TOC Toastmasters Club. Today we have a special meeting. It's about the body language and vocal variety, and it will be more workshop than education session. This workshop is led by our very own distinguished Toastmasters. She is very dedicated to our club and to our district as well. I would like to move the control to none other than distinguished Toastmaster Cecil Llanos.
Thank you so much, Mr. President Toastmaster Muhammad Babala. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good afternoon. How are you today? Are you excited with our session?
Yes.
Yes. So you want to enhance your delivery when it comes to presentation, speeches. Using language and vocal variety gives a very good impact in everything that we deliver. So I will share it with you, my experience that I learned from my mentor, DTM Summer, plus my experience when I studied public speaking as a theater actress. Okay. There are 3 categories of body language. First is your facial expressions. Second is your gestures. And third is your whole body movement. We will concentrate first in these 3 categories before we move on to the vocal variety. So facial expressions. They said facial expressions is the key to the meaning behind a message. So there are different facial expressions. You have happiness, sadness, surprise, fear, contempt, disgust, and anger. When I started my public speaking journey, my coach or my teacher, she asked me to portray different facial expressions. She wanted to check like how I express myself when I'm happy, how I am going to express myself when I am afraid or when I am mad. So facial expressions give different meaning behind your message. Eye contact. It gives the impression of personal contact to everyone in the audience. This is the thing that I've learned from DTM Summer. He said to me when I'm delivering the speech, especially in the contest, look to one person in the audience that will give you inspiration or motivation to keep on going. Sometimes we cannot avoid, most of the times, we cannot avoid to forget our next line. But he said to me, just focus on one person and smile. So you will remember what will be the next word. What if there is an impaired in your visual, or what if there is something wrong in your visual, in your eyes? So the recommended one is when you present with a significant visual impairment, just move your head instead of keeping it fixed in one direction. And then your voice will carry different parts of the room as you shift your position and engage audience members regardless of their location. There are different gestures, different types. Okay, we have descriptive, we have emphatic, we have suggestive, and we have impromptu. So now what is descriptive gesture? Descriptive gesture indicate position or location or anything tactical. So it means like, for example, if you are saying or counting, you use your hand, you use your fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or when you say thumbs up, so you use thumbs up. So it's descriptive. How about empathic? Empathic underscore strong emotions such as earnest and conviction. So when you put your hand in your heart, it means that you are sincere to your message. So it's more of emotional. Suggestive symbols of thought and emotions. Okay, so open your arms. Okay, why do we need to open our arms? Try this. Open your arms with your feet, with your palm, okay, facing on you. What do you feel? And open your arms on the other side, wherein the palm is, the other part is the one who's facing on you. How do you feel? Like when you deliver your speech and you put like this. So it means you are not relaxed. But when you open arms, like the palm is facing on you, you feel more relaxed. And the other thing that I felt when I do this, it means that I'm stopping, having like a barrier between myself and the audience. So we usually don't do this. Okay, unless it's part of your speech, like when you mention stop, we use this. We don't say stop. So we use this. But open times, we open our arms. We are reducing the barrier. Okay. When you say prompting, you are evoke responses from an audience. Like for example, if you ask a question, yes or no, or if you ask how many, so like, you raise your hand. So it's a prompting gesture. Okay. What are the effective gestures? Give me one, which is common in Toastmasters, the things that we always say. Toastmaster Muhammad Babala.
Yes, maybe closing your arms.
Yes.
Yes, or doing like this, putting your
Yes.
hands together.
Yes.
That's mean you are closing, you are protecting yourself from the audience. You are not comfortable.
Yes. So clasping your hands, closing your, so again, you are putting barrier between yourself and the audience. You are restless, you are stressed, you are not relaxed. Okay, what else? Anyone?
Put your hands in your
Exactly. Putting your hands in your pocket is another one. Okay, there's a lot. I will put it down and I'll discuss it one by one. So again, putting your pockets, this is another thing that we don't advise in Toastmasters. Okay, so again, open your arms. Gripping the lectern. The moment that you hold the podium or the lectern, unconsciously, you do something. It's either you move your head, okay, you're pushing the lectern or something, and you distract the audience because whatever is your movement, now they are focusing on it, they are not focusing on what you say. Clutching an object such as pen or notes, it's another thing. Especially when they call you, you're giving presentation and you are holding a pen, it will distract also your presentation. Fidgeting with clothing or accessories, especially those ladies who are wearing bangles, so your clothes, you keep on pulling it, your abaya, so it distracts the audience. Tapping your
putting your hand in your nose. Putting your hand in your nose. Not good.
Putting your hand in your nose, that's another one. Thank you, DTM Nasir, for sharing that. We cannot avoid that. Like, for example, if your nose is itchy, how are you going to control it, right? So, but as much as you can, avoid it. Biting or licking your lips. It's not also a good gesture when the audience notice that most of the time you are licking your lips. Okay. So now let's move on to the whole body movement. Posture. When you say posture, instance, position, and movement. So let's discuss it one by one. Posture. Posture reflects your attitude and your level of confidence. So when you go and you are a keynote speaker, you're a contestant, or you are a speaker, the moment that you walk going to the stage, everyone is observing your posture. And I can consider like posture, it also appear on how you present yourself, how you carry yourself, including your dress code. So it affects also when you are delivering your speech. Instance, okay, the way you stand. They said, just stand straight, chest out, stomach in. Try to practice this one. So chest in, stomach out, because the word is coming from your diaphragm. And your breathing, you are more relaxed when you breathe. So when you are using the lapel and your words are coming from your diaphragm, you will not hear any air when you are speaking. So try to practice a good stance. Okay? So chest in, stomach, chest out, stomach in. Okay? Then position. The best position will always be what feels natural and comfortable. That's why we are requesting, I myself, if I'm going to be a keynote speaker, if I'm going to speak, I come early to the venue and I practice the stage. So this is stage management. We also advise it to the mentees also to come on time, check everything, be comfortable with the stage, okay? And then your movement. Okay. Movement adds energy and variety to your presentation because it will help you even with the audience on your smooth transition. We also like teach our mentees when they are competing the different types of movement. So we have linear movement, we have diamond movement, we have triangular movement, and I will tell you what are those things why we are asking this our speaker to use different types of movement. So one of the technique, taking a step forwards, helps emphasize a point. So when you move forward, okay, so it means that you are emphasizing a point. Okay, when you move backward, you are distancing from the audience because you are giving an audience a chance to process the information. And then making a lateral movement can help emphasize a transition of your speech. Sometimes, if the stage is smaller, okay, if the stage is smaller, we ask like triangular only, moving forward, moving on the left side, and moving on the right side. One of the technique that they said to me, if you are portraying two different personalities, you start your speech in front and then move to the lateral side if you are portraying a good person, and move to the other side if you are portraying as a bad person. So if you are comparing in your speech, you are comparing two personalities. So it's better to have this smooth transition wherein your audience can identify what you are showing or portraying to them. Is standing in front of the side of the lectern makes you appear more open to the audience. Okay, so when you are standing, because we feel that this podium, it's a barrier between us and the audience. So we move forward. So again, we open our body, we open our arms. Let me ask DTM Nazir Al-Qasim. DTM Nazir, do you have any other technique in a body movement?
Body movement, yeah. We sometimes you try to move in a circular motion to make a feeling of happiness or something like just move around, make energy so people see that you are really excited
That's
in
good.
the circle.
Thank you so much. DTM Nasir is one of our champion speaker also in District 79. How about DTM Feta Inayal, a very experienced Toastmaster? Is there anything that you can share when it comes to movement?
No, I think you covered it all and Nadim added to it. If I have my monkey with me, I might make magic movements, but at the moment, I think all well said. It's great. I'm enjoying the show. Thank you.
Thank you, DTM Feta. The other tips that I can add, like, you know, when you are a keynote speaker or a speaker or a contestant and you are sitting, you know, at the back, it's better when it's your turn to better come forward to the stage and stand there, wait until they call your name. Why? Because if you are walking from your seat to the stage and then you start speaking, you have shortness of breath. Okay, so it's better like it's your turn, wait, stand there, and then you will be more relaxed. Okay, again, when you are using the lapel, you will not have this shortness of breath and we will not hear the air that is coming from your chest. Combining stillness with a verbal pause can add drama or intrigue. So we highly recommended that you practice poses because especially in humorous speech, so we encourage a lot of poses. So we can add like drama or intrigue. Let your audience absorb your message or let the audience absorb the humor that you are giving to them. Now let's go on vocal variety. So vocal variety is more than sound or quality. It's composed of pitch, tone, volume, and pace. Let's check on it one by one. So when you say pitch, the pitch of your voice is your low and high sounds. Okay, so try to touch your vocal cords, okay, and say ah in your low voice, and then say ah in your high voice. So your vocal cord should vibrate when you are saying this word like ah. Okay, so in music we have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, like, you know, different pitch. But in public speaking, you just hold your vocal cord, okay, say ah in different range, and then you will feel your vocal cord, it's vibrating. Okay, so try this while you are practicing. Then is the tone. Tone is the emotion behind the sound of your voice. So again, the tone, it says when you are happy, when you are sad, when you are afraid, when you are mad, and when you are excited. Okay, so that is tone. When it says to volume, it impacts your ability to be heard. So you have to increase or you have to lower your volume. You don't need to shout so that the people will hear your voice. It's just on the normal tone. And if you feel that the audience is not hearing what you say, then check if you can use microphone before. So that's why we encourage them to come on time or before the time so that you can also check the microphone. And we as an audience, okay, we felt that you are faking it or your voice is becoming theatrical if you are not using your vocal variety or only like monotonous. So the sounds is not normal. So we advise, that's why I said practice about your pitch, because there is a tendency that your voice become monotonous and become theatrical. You will not identify. And then pace of your volume is the speed at which you speak. So if you are speaking very fast, we will not understood what will be your message. And it corresponds also on your movement because you're speaking very fast and you keep on moving on the stage. So you are not delivering. You are distracting the attention of the audience. Okay, and you will find out that they lose their interest of listening to what you said. Okay, I have some activity here. Listen to this and we will have a short discussion about each activity. DTM Summer, if you can help me
Sure.
playing. Okay, I will stop sharing.
So this will be the first example.
Yeah, the first example.
By purpose, it's without sound.
I think it's 30 seconds. Yes. Okay. Let's open a mic if you want. Okay, my question is, what do you think the speaker is talking about? Okay.
Yes, DTM says.
That's Toastmaster Muhammad Babala. What do you think?
I think this speaker is talking about himself because most of his gestures is to himself. While he's talking, he's facing his hand to himself and express something or introduce himself. This is what I see from the video.
Okay, any other? How about others?
I'm just concerned about the guy that was sitting and looking at him. But yeah,
Yeah.
he seems like he's speaking about himself. That's what I've noticed as well.
Okay, so our first speaker is the icebreaker speech. And you are right that he's talking about himself. But look on his posture. Look on his appearance on the stage. Okay, what did you notice?
I noticed that he was fidgety, or he moves a lot. Like there was no stance, no clear stance, and he moves a lot, and he has unnecessary gestures.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Hans. You're right. He is only in one position. Okay. And as you can see, what do you think is like he's talking about himself, but what do you think about his like appearance?
He
Doesn't
has
look
his head
appropriate.
backward,
Yeah.
not good.
He looks
The
like he's
hat.
about to rap. He looks like he's rapping a song.
I believe his dress code is not appropriate.
Okay. His dress code is not appropriate.
Yeah, he looks like he just went to the Bacala to buy something. You know.
Yeah. Although he's delivering an icebreaker, but you have noticed about his appearance, about his dress code. So, see, it gives an impact when you are delivering speech. In this speech, I believe he is a basketball player. He is a player, right? But when you analyze this person, even though maybe he has a good voice, he has fluency, but when it comes to posture and appearance, it's not the recommended one. Okay, so you can see how this impact, how this appearance, this posture, this body movement and gestures give impact to the speech. Okay,
And
next.
also think about it. The guy that's sitting in front, he looks like he's daydreaming. It's not like he's listening to what he's saying. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my observation.
Which is true also. Can't control. So how about Aditem Summer, the second video, please?
So again, the second video is by purpose without sound, right?
Yes.
Okay, then.
Thank you. So how about this second example? What did you observe?
He is very confident, and it seems like he's owning the stage.
Yeah, I like the answer, Toastmaster Muhammad. Can you please elaborate like the level of confidence? What makes you say that he is confident?
What I see is eye contact, his body language and gestures when he's speaking. He is stable. He is not moving too much, smiling, opening his body is open to the audience. That's what makes me feel that he is very confident.
Yeah,
I
that's
have an
right.
observation, negative observation. His eye contact is not for a complete thought. He's just roaming around, scanning through. So I think that's not appropriate.
Okay. So there is something that he needs to improve when it comes to eye contact. Is that what you're saying, our CGP?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
I
Any
also
other?
feel like he's, yeah, I also feel like he's giving some pauses as well. So like when he states some kind of comment, he's just stays there for like 2 seconds, maybe for the audience to digest what he said, and then he keeps on going. That's my observation as well.
You're right also, because this is only the beginning of his speech. So you're right. Any other comment from our?
Yeah, he's looking at the audience on both sides. He's using descriptive language by saying one, two, etc. And as you said, he's confident, the guy. That's all. Okay.
Absolutely right, DTM Feta Inayan. Thank you. You're right. He's counting during the time. Okay. Any other comment? Okay. Thank you, DTM Summer. Let's move on to the last one. With sound.
Hey loser, how do you like your new school uniform? I think it looks great on you. Those were the words of my high school bully, Greg Umberfield. Now, if you're all wondering whether the underwear that Greg used was clean, I had the same question. Mr. Contest Chair, fellow...
Thank you, DTM Summer. Any comment, audience, about the movement, the vocal variety?
He was so sure in what he was doing. You know, he established what he should be speaking. His level of confidence is really there. His comfortability in what he's doing, you know, it's quite uncomfortable to, if you take note of putting an underwear in front of a large audience, but he was so sure in what he's doing and speaks so much of the level of confidence that he has. Even his vocal variety, um, it is varied, and he raises it when it is necessary, and it goes down when it is also necessary.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hans. So do you think he has a very good vocal variety and gestures?
I also agree with Toastmaster Hans. The idea of doing something a bit different where he just wore an underwear, I think that made people, like, it just grabbed people's attention. So I feel like that's one of the successful ways of, you know, making people listen to you. So it was a nice technique. Personally, for me, I don't like it, but it's a nice technique.
Yeah. So you're right. It captures the interest of the audience through this kind of movement, although you will notice what is it talking about, right? But it captivated the attention of the audience. Okay. Any other comment? From the gestures, facial expressions.
I have a few comments about it. As you see that he have this tendency of bending and resting his hand on his thighs. I think it's not helping his message or his point that he's speaking about. Also, having the underwear, I didn't see that it's helping much as of now, as of the introduction. And actually, it's a little bit distracting from what he is saying. I felt that it could be used in a different way than wearing it. And actually, he wore it for the entire speech. That's it.
You're right. I have the same concern when I watch his speech. Like, I know it's captivating, but the kind of gesture or movement, I don't think it helped because his topic is about bullying. So how he twisted the story or the message, yes, it's interesting, but of course, the movement that he did, for me, it's not give much impact to the speech. Okay.
Can I say comment?
Yes, DTM Nazir.
Yeah, I think this guy is a world champion that was really mentored and coached by Ed Tate. And the first impression he wants to do is put the underwear on his head. And Ed Tate said that too much. No, don't do that. But it's a shocking thing. A lot of people didn't like it. But this is how you have to do. You have to shock your audience in the beginning to get their attention and then talk about the bullying. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, DTM Nazir. Okay, so the technique that he used, yes, it's captivated, or he captivated the audience. It's a good technique, yeah, because he moved the audience. If you can see, you can hear the background, like the audience are enjoying. Okay, but maybe for some of us, it's we don't like it, but for many, they like the idea. Thank you, DTM Nazir. Any other comment? None? Okay, thank you, DTM Summer, for sharing. What I would like to add in vocal variety and body movements is you have to keep on practicing. Like what Toastmaster Hans, he gave the session about practice and preparation. So you cannot just, okay, this is my topic, and just deliver it without practicing. And how are you going to practice your speech? As he mentioned during the previous session, practice it in the mirror, maybe multiple times, okay? And then you can practice it also with your audience, or with your family, with your friends, and see how you look like when you are using a vocal variety and body language. And the last thing is take a video of yourself when you are delivering, especially if you have multiple conversation and you want to portray different vocal varieties and different kind of gestures and movement. Other than that, thank you so much. This concludes my my topic, and always remember that our body language might be misinterpreted because of our different background, or maybe because of our culture, but make sure that you are not harming other people when you are using your body language, when you are using your vocal variety. So there are people that we imitate when they walk, when they talk, so we can ask permission first from them when we are using them as our subject in our speech. Other than that, thank you so much, and I would like to return the control of this virtual online session with DTM Summer. DTM Summer, over to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Cecil, for conducting this session about using your body language. This is the last session in our TOC Ramadan Bootcamp that we started at the beginning of Ramadan, talking about how to select your topic, how to organize your speech, and how to prepare and practice your speech. Then we spoke about how to begin and conclude your speech. And now we concluded by how to use your body and your vocal variety. This all is to prepare our members and our guests, whoever is interested, to join the Speakathon on April 19. Whoever wants to prepare his speech or her speech, we can, through this bootcamp, which is recorded, we can go back to the videos and prepare the speech for the sake of participating in the Speakathon on April 19. Other than that, we extend also one more session for mentoring. Next Tuesday at 9:30 p.m., we will have a mentoring session where anyone wants to prepare a speech through this time and deliver it, to take feedback from the mentors, DTM Cecil and DTM Hans and myself, will be happy to help them for the sake of preparing for the Speakathon of TOC. I would like to thank the trainers, DTM, CSL, and Toastmaster Hans, for giving their time through this bootcamp. Also, I would like to thank the Zoom host who hosted the platform throughout Ramadan, DTM Fittah. Thank you so much for giving us your platform to help us in preparing and delivering this bootcamp without any interruption and disturbance. For the sake of information for the participants of the bootcamp, the certificates will be issued after the speakathon. So whoever will speak and deliver the speech in the speakathon, they will receive the certificate of participation in the Ramadan bootcamp. And before I end, I would like to thank my guidance committee, because this is my HPL project. I would like to thank my guidance committee, DTM Afdal, DTM Cecil, and Toastmaster Hans. Thanks a lot for helping me, and thanks for TOC for hosting this bootcamp.